Hello everyone, I'm Sonal from the blogger duo Meenal Sonal. Welcome you all in the Aura Author Interviews. Today we have a guest, an author, Monisha Narang. Let us all welcome Monisha Narang. We are having Monisha with us. Hi Monisha, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. I'm struggling with this. Is this okay? Not
Yeah,
too much headroom though. Yeah.
no, it's
Okay.
fine. It's completely.
Okay. Cool.
How are you
I
doing,
wasn't
Monisha?
sure. I'm good, thank you. Are we live? Yes, we are, I guess.
Yes, we
Okay.
are. So let me introduce Monisha to all my viewers. Monisha Narang is an ex-civil servant of the British government, is also an MBA and an economic honours graduate from Miranda House College, Delhi University. After living and working in London for a decade, she relocated to India in 2009 and now wears many hats as a voice artist, an actor, a podcaster, and a life and relationship coach. She has acted in quite a few television commercials and also 4 Bollywood movies, which are October, Rajma Chawal, Parmanu, and Pulu. You may have heard her voice on TV, radio, digitally, or your children's e-learning content. She is the voice of Hyundai and Honda Smart Cars and hundreds of other brands. You could watch her on her YouTube channel My Roof, My Soul with Monisha Narang or tune into audio podcast My Roof, My Soul on Spotify and other platforms. Welcome to Aura Author Interviews.
Thank you.
So Monisha, like you are wearing so many hats, a podcaster, you are an actor, voice artist, and you came into a literary world to become an author.
hmm
How was the journey from a podcaster, an artist, and coming into the literary world?
Well, it's been a really varied journey. I still do all of it and I enjoy wearing all my hats, including that of a mother. I think the literary journey started because I have friends, okay? I have two sorts of friends. One are my close friends
Mhm.
who every time they had a birthday, I used to write poetry for them, and with a sense of humor and relating it to some incident and making them laugh. And they always used to say, "Oh, Tina, that's my nickname. Tina, you should write, okay? You should write your own poetry." I'm like, okay, kind of, okay, kar lungi types. And then there's this other set of friends on social media. Every time I wrote a post, my one-liners, my witty liners, especially related to motherhood, they used to have a blast. They said, "Oh, Monisha, you should really write and, publish your book and it'll be good." So I got motivated. I said, okay, with friends like these who motivate you, then why not? Give it a shot. And then I started blogging as well when I got into life relationship coaching.
Mhm.
And I said, okay, I'm getting good reviews, so let's try writing a book. And it happened. I had been writing my poetry. It was just an accumulation of stuff, all that during COVID times. So yeah,
Okay. And your first book is Poetry, Enriching
that's
Creative Young Mind. So how come you came with a book which is for a children? Like, how did that happen?
well, I think at heart, I'm quite a child, so I've kept my inner child alive.
Okay.
And having two girls who are beautiful souls, that really helps because I've realized that, poetry as a medium, it is like, it's a very nice way of communicating with children. And when I was growing up, I loved poetry myself. And I was like the blue-eyed girl of the class, wanting to recite every time I had my hand up. So, it improves your modulation
Okay.
skills. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. So as a voice artist, that is what I've learned, to throw my voice where it's supposed to. Your communication skills develop. And I realized for children to grab their attention span, because which is very, very low, you can't have like tons and heaps of words.
Yeah.
Poetry, I feel, is word economy. It's how should I describe it? It should be like chota package, bada dhamaka kind of a thing.
Yes.
So, वो एक stanza जो अगर if they can visualize it, if your words are written in a simple manner and if they can visualize what you're talking about, then your work is done. So that's exactly what I've done in poetry, because without making it sound like a Gyani Baba kind of a thing, I've tried to tell them that, okay, tell them in a subtle manner, वो subtle nuances है कि ये mobile phones मत ज़्यादा देखो. It will not, if you keep telling your child कि mobile phone नहीं लेना, तो वो नहीं सुनेगा. But वो अगर पढ़ेगा, तो वो दिमाग में बैठेगा. So,
and that too when it is in poetry form, and which is a rhyming poetry, so children quite understand it and grasp it very well. Yes,
absolutely, absolutely. And I'm not one of those who writes really big words. It is something which is very simple. I've always believed in the KISS formula, KISS. Keep it simple and short. So, ठीक है, हो गया.
That's quite nice. So like in your book Poetry, you have written poems in perspective of a child, like what child is thinking, and how child would react if a mother comes to a room and asks the child to clean a room. Like what would be their thoughts and what would they do it? And why is that? Like, to explain children, you chose this side of a poetry, and instead of not being a parent or a educator, like coming like that way. Like, why is that?
You're referring to my poem called Tidying Up, right? That is like my own scenario, okay? Because I went through this. We used to have a bunk bed, okay, when my children were growing up. And वहाँ ऊपर एक बार चढ़ जाते थे, ऊपर से सब कुछ नीचे आता था on the floor. So I literally wanted to just publish one of my real life pictures, because itna वो tidying up was such a chore at that time. So I realized कि okay, बस बोलते रहना कि बच्चों इसको clean up करो, उससे नहीं होगा. So you've got to become a child yourself. And there was, okay, if you're throwing things down, masti mein and all that, ठीक है, you join in the fun. I also used to sit ऊपर, on the bunk bed, and ऊपर से नीचे हम देखते थे, अच्छा ये क्या नीचे क्या गिरा. But then after that, in your friendly manner, you learn कि, okay, you teach them कि tidying up is very, very important, without making it out to be a chore. कि very boring और वो सब नहीं, उसमें excitement लाना होता है, वो कर लेते हैं.
करना होता है, yes. Like you need to become child with the children, so that like we can deal with their is it easy to get into their mind through child, like being a child?
It depends on what kind of a parent are you. So if you're one of those authoritative Hitler kind of parents, then it might be difficult for you to get up on the bunk bed and throw things yourself, because then under you'll be having a heart attack. Kya hoga types, I'll have to clean up myself. But if you are a child at heart, you'll think, okay, yeah, it's just a part of life. This too shall pass, kind of a thing. This phase will pass. Ho jata hai.
And how important you think it's like communication is important with children? Like how often parents should sit and give them, as you said, like we can't give them gyan at a stretch. We can't do that. How actively or passively parents need to touch upon topics such as, like you have written on body shaming, how to use internet, and where to draw a boundary, like how we should do that.
It depends upon the age group of the child. When they're like toddlers and they're always with you and clinging to you, you're like, you're with them all the time.
All the time.
And us samay to they listen to you majorly, okay? Because they're like, mom and dad are like totally there.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Then dhire dhire, once they start getting their own identity, you have to understand what kind of a personality they have, right? So if they're getting irritated whilst you're giving your gyan, then you kind of hold back and you wait for the time that, okay, they will actually listen to you. And if not, like, in our case, it's just struck me that We have a WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm.
The four of us, my husband, me, and the girls. We
Okay.
have a WhatsApp group called Pari War. So Pari, as in fairies, because
Mm-hmm.
two girls, and me, I'm the Diane. Okay, so and war, WAR. So there's love as well as war.
What?
But
Oh.
because now, especially because of COVID, you know, we all are they both have their own phones as well.
Mm-hmm.
So because they're on their phone, you have to come down to that platform
Yeah.
where they will interact with you. So we just love, we keep showing each other's legs, and it's major fun. Okay, so if there's like, because especially because we're all working from home, so
Yeah.
अगर जैसे so it's a very nice platform to even share jokes or just communicate कि अच्छा आज खाने में ये बना है, if I'm out or something, you know, something to keep them going, and well, communication is always there.
Sometimes a small thought can be passed on, so they also understand the meaning, what's behind the lines, like what's between
Yeah.
the lines, and they get the point.
Huh. 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 Huh.
Okay, okay. Now next we have like, what is the right age for kids to start developing the good values, and how parents can play a role in it without being authoritative? Like sometimes parents need to be strict too. Like
Yeah.
yes, we
Agree.
need to be a friend of a child,
Yeah.
and sometimes
Yeah.
we need to be strict and tell them this is right, or this is what can lead you in a better way.
Hmm.
How can that be balanced?
I think children from a very young age, they start absorbing everything that you do. Like, you know, we are, as parents, we are role models for the child. So if I'm telling my child, hey, don't eat too much chocolate, and I myself am eating all that chocolate, you know,
Doesn't
uh, it doesn't work. So you've got to abide by what kind of rules you are
you?
putting down, you know. So at the same time, sharing a chocolate, I've had moments where I, you know, when they were kids, I used to share, I used to ask for commission every time I had to open up their wrapper, chocolate wrappers. I was like, "Pehle mere ko chocolate do, phir hi dungi," you know. So we've got that sort of a bond. We used to run after each other. कि chocolate कौन खाएगा पहले? हाँ, होता है.
Okay. The next is like, in one of your poems titled My Secret Diary, you have showcased the importance of journaling and jotting down your emotions. How important is for a child to note down day events in a diary?
Well, again, depends upon the age group of the child.
Mhm.
I don't think one can really dictate ki, okay, guys, you know, likho ek, har din likho. You know,
Mhm.
I personally feel as long as the child is able to express, need
Okay.
not be on a daily basis, but
Mhm.
once a week, once in 10 days, every day, as long as they know that, yes, they have a way of expressing. Now, each child is unique. You
Yes.
know, like in my case, my
Mhm.
elder daughter expresses herself beautifully through dance. And the
Okay.
younger one, she expresses herself through her painting, or she'll do some DIY, or she'll do
Mhm.
some cooking, you know, something or the other. So it
Mhm.
is just a vent out. And that is all that we need.
We need. Yes. And through their, as you said, through their dance or through the eyes, like we can understand what's going in their mind. Like, sometimes we can transfer to their mindset, and we can imagine like what they are going through. So that's
Hmm.
also one of the way, like if they express, they also know what they are feeling.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Sometimes they are very much confused about it.
Hmm. But you have to lay that communicate. You have to keep the communication channels open, and they should be able to come to you ki at whatever age. You know,
Hmm.
कि अच्छा mama papa है to, you know, let us share our problem. It is eventually जब बात करेंगे, they'll realize it's not as big a problem
And,
as
yeah,
they in their tiny heads, you know, in their immature manner they're thinking it to be. So
yeah,
वो
yeah.
solution अपने आप आ जाता है.
Understand. Yes, yes. Coming to your this book, there are many illustrations in the book,
Mm-hmm.
and which are done very beautifully and are apt to the title and the poetry. They
Right.
are telling it very well in the page. And I have read in the blurb that your younger daughter has done it. So what was her like? Was she part of the book from the start, from the scratch, or it happened eventually?
Well, let's just say if she wasn't around, this book would never have been published.
Okay.
So she was my role model. She taught me so much, because really wanted to publish a book. But when it came to illustrations and all, I had no clue ki karte kaise hain. And my daughter, since she is like very, very artistic, very creative, she said, ki, Mama, I'll do it for you. So she did one. I was like, wow, yeah, you're good, Coco. We call her Coco at home. Her real name is Anya. So then she said, okay, I'll do it. I'll charge you. I was like, yeah, do it. So per illustration, I'll charge you. I was like, okay, sure, you'll get royalty and all that. So I was like, okay. So then we used to brainstorm. Each poem that I had, we used to brainstorm. So she, like we discussed in the beginning, you have to understand it from the perspective of a child. And that is exactly what Coco has done in this book in terms of her illustrations. Because for each poem, she had a very different visual imagery to what I had.
Yes.
Okay, and it really helped because if I was telling her something and she came up with something different, there were times I thought, no, what she has done is much better than what I was expecting it to be.
Then you might have improvised. Then you might have improvised.
Of course. Like I said, if she wasn't around, this book would not have been published. I would have been like, yaar, COVID times, kaun dhundega illustrator and all that stuff. So yeah, ho gaya. It was really nice. We just enjoyed it, okay? Like she did the cover page and everything, all the illustrations to the minutest. She went in and she did it. So it was good fun.
So can you narrate a poem from your book? Can you do that for our viewers?
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me, if I can read without my glasses, okay?
You can have your glasses on.
उससे age पता चल जाती है. No, just kidding, okay? All right. So there's one which is one of my favorites. It's called Winning and Losing. And in my mind, I had a visual of a basketball court and a child having lost a game and the teacher having come in to console her. Okay, so there are two characters in this, one girl and one teacher. So let me read it out. Winning and losing. I don't want to lose, the little girl cried. I may not be the best, but at least I tried. She sobbed, and her class teacher sighed. You did not lose a thing. You have won as far as I can see. You gained a beautiful experience. That's what it seems to me. You were better than the last time you played this in the hot sun. And who cares about the game when you've had so much excitement and so much fun? One day you'll win, and one day you'll lose. One day you may become famous and be featured on the news. What matters most is how hard you tried, in all your honesty, and make sure you haven't lied. The little girl wiped her tears and said with a smile, I've been playing for the wrong reason all this while. This sport has taught me about team spirit and being more agile. If I lose next time, I lose with grace, without kicking a fuss or losing face. Thank you, teacher, for showing me the way. I will be grateful to you today and every day.
Thank you, Monisha. Thank you. And your voice modulation, like truly, like listening to you live, like as
no, I had to watch it. Yeah, you're back. Okay.
Okay. Truly, like really enjoyed listening to you.
Thank you, Sonal. Thank you.
And you also have a liner at the end of each of the poem.
Yes, yes, yes. Again, like subtle gyan, not
Huh?
in the face gyan, but like this one had something like, okay, winning does not always mean being first.
Hmm.
Winning means you're doing better than you've done before. So,
Before.
when children read it,
Hmm.
every word is important to them.
What to do them.
Like I
Yeah.
said, chota packet, bada dhamaka. So
And
it'll probably leave an impact on them. Huh, sorry.
it's good, like after reading a poetry, like when you want to take a gist of it and the final word, when you want to take it to yourself, then you have a liner also after an illustration. That's a
Yeah.
complete some package a person can expect after reading a poetry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's really nice.
This was my dad's idea, okay? He
Oh, wow.
have a quote at the end of each poem. It was like a family, this thing. My husband was the one who was editing and doing everything possible with the book. My children were doing all the illustrations. I was just writing and telling them, okay, you do this, you do that kind of thing.
With whole the family support and the friends with you, what is your upcoming book about, and when can we expect a second book from you?
Right. Okay. My second book is on the storyboard stage at the moment. I'm writing a book on relationships. This is going to be for grown-ups
Okay.
because it is more on the lines of my life and relationship coaching.
Mhm.
So, yeah, this is what it's going to be about.
Will it be a fiction book or a non-fiction?
I'm still on a research-based this thing. I'm still doing the research, but yes, it will be fiction and self-help, a mixture of both.
Mixture of. Okay, we are
Yeah.
looking
Yeah.
forward to your book.
Thank you.
Anything
Thank you.
more
Thank
you
you.
want to add to our viewers? You want to say about your book?
Which one? Poetry.
Yes, poetry.
Guys, buy it, buy it, buy it. It's on Amazon. It's on Amazon.in as well as the Notion Press website
Wonderful.
and also Flipkart. So yeah, go ahead and buy it. It is the ideal age for this is personally, I feel it is from the age of 6 to 10. But if you like to read to your children, then this is very good
Hmm.
as because you can read and connect to your child and they won't run away. That's the best thing, okay?
Yeah.
Because these are short poems, so you'll have their attention and one poem at a time. It's great.
Yeah.
It's important to have all the Shakespeare's and the Wordsworths, etc., etc. But
Hmm.
I think you should get on to, sorry, that's my alarm.
Hmm.
You should get on to reading New Age poetry as well, because these are more with the times, right? So it's okay to read Daffodils and The Highwayman, etc. But thoda thoda, I think we need to start changing in terms of our reading habits as well.
Yeah. Yes. Getting starting with a poetry book is easy for a child, if you want your child to start their reading journey and get into the world of books, poetry is one of the best way to start because it is short, one poem at a time, and then you can conclude it at that day and you can end it. And I would also
Mm.
suggest this book to parents also to understand what's going on in child's mind and what child is thinking about. So
Yeah, it
it's
really develops their creativity, the kind of visual imagery that goes on in their mind.
हाँ
The child actually starts relating to the poet. कि अच्छा
हम्म,
उसका क्या emotions हुआ होगा उस समय क्या rationale है. It's
हाँ
like watching a movie unfold in front of you in the form of a book
book,
or
yes.
or in the form of an audio if the parent is reading it out. So it's very interesting how, yeah.
That's true. Even like when I read the book, so it was like हाँ बच्चे ऐसा भी सोच सकते हैं. You get into their shoes and then imagine what they must be
Ah,
doing. As you said, like
yeah.
if we say to them like this is not the time for the screen time, reduce your screen time, and if we take a phone and sit, so that is not a right example what we are setting and why they need
Mhm.
a technology and how they are also drawing their boundaries. This is
Hmm.
like I feel this book is for everyone. A child who can read
Absolutely.
by themselves and understand, plus a parents who want to understand what their teenagers or preteens are going through. So this is a book for them.
Yes, and to inculcate good habits.
Yeah.
So, in short, I think if my 3, 4 words would be poetry helps, start early. So that's all.
Very nice. Like I liked your example. Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Yeah, I learned it during my MBA. It's actually keep it simple, stupid, or something. But I made it keep it short and simple.
On that note, like we would like to end this interview. Thank you, Monisha, for joining us. And for
Thank you,
viewers,
Sonal.
like,
Thank you.
whenever you want to buy this book, Poetry, you can get on the Amazon, and it's very short book. You can read it for yourself. You can read for your children who can't read, who are level one readers, and for the age group of 7 and above, they can read it by themselves and understand and grasp what parents are going through, what child is going through, and poetry is one of the best way to express yourselves. So this was our Aura author interviews. In the next session, we'll come with another author and join you. Thank you. Thank you, Monisha.
Thank you. Thank you, Sonal. See you. Thank you for having me here. Bye.